Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and hit that like button, as earlier today, Gord Miller tweeted who he thought should be the Hart winner. I know I did a Hart video because ESPN thought Mckinnon should deserve it at the time over Draisaitl, and that did well. So you know what? I thought I'd do this on Gord Miller. So he put on a tweet his top 5 thoughts of who he selected. At number 5, it was David Pastner. You can't not have David Pastrnak on there just because of the type of player he is, how he's improved year after year, and so on and so forth. Then he actually went off the grid and said Connor Hellebuyck had a tremendous year until the pause, helped reel in the peg, stay in games, win games, and so forth. Then we have this guy right here on your screen, Connor McDavid. He picked at 3, and let's just look at McDavid for a minute here. 71 games played, or that's Draisaitl, sorry. 64 games played, 97 points, 34 goals, 63 points, -6. Not bad for that. His career, he is a plus 43 though, so kind of off here on the 5-on-5, but with the whole power play being number 2 or 2 in the league, and most of the time it was number 1, really helped him to get to that point, and he was one of the 2. That whole power play was something. It wasn't one guy doing everything. Yeah, McDavid and Draisaitl might have got a lot of points, but it wasn't just them. It was Clefbaum at the point, Neal at the start of the year, potting in goals like no tomorrow from the side of the net. You got Yamamoto in there. You had Nuge in there, and so on and so forth. So then at number 2, they had Nathan McKinnon. I love Nathan McKinnon. If I had to pick between McKinnon or Crosby, it'd be McKinnon all day. He deserves credit for what they have done. He deserves credit. They've been injury prone, and I'll get to that more when I talk about number 1. His team's been injury prone. He's stuck in it, so on and so forth. He did a great job there. Number 1, we all know, Leon Draisaitl. Tremendous year. How do I say this without making it sound bad? He took the dynamic duo name off of him, as in, oh, he needs McDavid to play good. He needs McDavid. He needs McDavid. They're only good because of McDavid. He went, and when Yamamoto came up and they made that Nuge dry Yamamoto line, he went crazy and he showed the league, look, I'm not just getting off of McDavid. I'm here because I can play hockey, and he deserves the Hart. And going to the injuries, think about it. McDavid was injured. Kassian was suspended. Neal was injured. Nygaard was injured. The whole point of this injury stuff and why people think McKinnon should win over Draisaitl is because the names of the players like Rantanen, Landeskog. Well, you think Rantanen and Landeskog, well, McDavid's a way better player than them. They're good players, but McDavid is an X factor compared to them. And then with Neal going down when he was hot, and so on and so forth, you can't use the argument, oh, their team suffered a lot of injuries, because Edmonton did too. Look at Thomas Jurko at the start. Look, first game, the game I went to, Adam Larson got hurt. He was out for how long? So you can't tell me that injuries were the problem, blah, blah, blah. I won't stand for that. And with Draisaitl being a -7, so 5-on-5 was kind of low this year. And I'll show you his career stats here on the screen too. This is updated until the beginning of this year. He's -7. He's -17 or -24 now for his career. So his 5-on-5 numbers aren't that great. But he had 110 points in 71 games. He was behind the Rocket Richard by like 5 or 6 goals. He led the points by 13 on McDavid. was the next leading scorer. He took this league by storm, and so on and so forth. And an interesting fact about Draisaitl after this pause, he's played 422 games in the NHL, has 422 points. What does that tell you? Look at his stats. 72 games, 51 points. 82, 77. 78, he was injured for 4 games there. 7 less points, but still 70 points in 78. Not bad. And then he exploded with the 50-goal campaign, 55 assists, 105 points, set a career high. And this year he set another career high. This guy has been through a lot, coming from a country that doesn't make hockey players like Canada does, US, Sweden. They make soccer players. He said, no, I want to be a hockey player. And he's taken it and gone with it with the support of people. And I believe Leon Draisaitl deserves to be the Hart Trophy winner. And McKinnon deserves it too. But Draisaitl has proved more this year that he doesn't need McDavid on his wing. McKinnon ran to him Landeskog a lot. And he deserves to be the Hart Trophy winner and the MVP. And that's finally said. And Gord Miller said too. And a lot of people are mad that there's 2 Oilers on here. Which, us Oilers fans aren't mad about that. But don't brag to them about it. That why isn't Ovechkin on here? He won the goal scoring with Pastner. Why isn't Panarin on here? Because Gord Miller put honorable mentions to them. But you know what? It's how you go throughout the season, and you know what? We know Ovechkin can score. Maybe what gets him to the next level is scoring and assists, not just scoring. And Panarin, well, look at the people he played with. Kreider, Zibanejad. Like, he had a lot of help, and sorry to your Rangers fans if you're watching this. Sorry, but I don't think he deserved to be in the top 5. Like, the top 5. Like, I put Ovechkin over top of him. I put Patrice Bergeron over top of him. And so on and so forth. But that is the video. Hit that subscribe button like I said. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.